a dynamic, wealthy, and mighty order that intrigued peoples for centuries. The legends of the Knight Templars are well known by the world, but today we are not going to talk about the things which are known to everyone, rather the things which were kept out of sight. The Knight Templars were the ones who led the genesis of secret societies. But do you know how? To figure it out, let's begin with its inception. When the Christian fighters captured Jerusalem during the First Crusade, groups of pilgrims from across Western Europe began visiting the Holy Land. Many were killed while crossing through Muslim-controlled territory during their journey. Around 1118, a French knight named Hugues de Payne founded a military order along with 8 relatives and acquaintances, calling it the Poor Knights of the Temple of King Solomon, later known as the Knights Templar. With the support of Baldwin II, the King of Jerusalem, they set up headquarters on the sacred Temple Mount, which is a compound located in a hill in the old city of Jerusalem that for thousands of years has been venerated as a holy site in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam alike. They pledged to protect Christian visitors to the city. In 1129 the Knights received the formal endorsement of the Catholic Church and support from Bernard of Clairvaux, a prominent abbot. Recruits and lavish donations began pouring in from across Europe. Though the Templars themselves took vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience, they weren't allowed to drink, gamble, or swear. The order could accrue wealth and land. In 1139, Pope Innocent II issued a papal bull that allowed the Knight Templars special rights. Among them, the Templars were exempt from paying taxes, permitted to build their own oratories, were held to no one authority except the Pope. The Knights Templar set up a prosperous network of banks and gained enormous financial influence. Their banking system allowed religious pilgrims to deposit assets in their home countries and withdraw funds in the Holy Land. The order became known for its austere code of conduct and signature style of dress, which featured a white habit emblazoned with a simple red cross. The story begins now. In 1305, the new Pope Clement V, based in Avignon, France, sent letters to both the Templar Grand Master Jacques de Molay and the Hospitaller Grand Master Fulk de Villeray to discuss the possibility of merging the two orders. Neither was amenable to the idea, but Pope Clement persisted, and in 1306 he invited both Grand Masters to France to discuss the matter. De Molay arrived first in early 1307, but de Villeray was delayed for several months. While waiting, de Molay and Clement discussed criminal charges that had been made 2 years earlier by an ousted Templar and were being discussed by King Philip IV of France and his ministers. It was generally agreed that the charges were false, but Clement sent the king a written request for assistance in the investigation. According to some historians, King Philip, who was already deeply in debt to the Templars from his war against England, decided to seize upon the rumors for his own purposes. He began pressuring the church to take action against the order, as a way of freeing himself from his debts. At dawn on Friday the 13th of October 1307 King Philip IV ordered de Molay and scores of other French Templars to be simultaneously arrested. The arrest warrant started with the words, "God is not pleased. We have enemies of the faith in the kingdom." Claims were made that during Templar admission ceremonies, recruits were forced to spit on the cross, deny Christ, and engage in indecent kissing. Brethren were also accused of worshipping idols, and the order was said to have encouraged homosexual practices. These allegations, though, were highly politicized without any real evidence. Many of the accused confessed to these charges under torture, and their confessions, even though obtained under duress, caused a scandal in Paris. The prisoners were coerced to confess that they had spat on the cross. The Templars were accused of idolatry and were suspected of worshipping either a figure known as Baphomet, or a mummified severed head they recovered, amongst other artifacts, at their original headquarters on the Temple Mount that many scholars theorize might have been that of John the Baptist, among other things. Relenting to Philip's demands, Pope Clement then issued the papal bull Posterollis Preeminenti on the 22nd of November 1307, which instructed all Christian monarchs in Europe to arrest all Templars and seize their assets. At the Council of Vienne in 1312, he issued a series of papal bulls, including Vox in Excelso, which officially dissolved the order, and Ad Providum, which turned over most Templar sects to the Hospitals. Grandmaster Jacques de Molay and Geoffroy de Charny, preceptor of Normandy, both had confessed under torture and retracted his confession and insisted on his innocence. Both men were declared guilty of being relapsed heretics, and they were sentenced to burn alive at the stake in Paris on the 18th of March 1314. According to legend, de Molay called out from the flames that both Pope Clement and King Philip would soon meet him before God. His actual words were recorded on the parchment as follows: God knows who is wrong and has sinned. Soon a calamity will occur to those who have condemned us to death. Pope Clement died only a month later, and King Philip died while hunting before the end of the year. In September 2001, a document known as the Chinon Parchment dated 20th of August 1308 was discovered in the Vatican Secret Archives by Barbara Frau. It is a record of the trial of the Templars and shows that Clement absolved the Templars of all heresies in 1308 before formally disbanding the order in 1312, as did another Chinon Parchment dated the 20th of August 1308 addressed to Philip IV of France, also mentioning that all Templars that had confessed to heresy were restored to the sacraments and to the unity of the Church. That's it for today's video. Now if you want to know what are the connections of Knight Templars with the secret societies, then wait for our next video. We hope you liked our video, and if you want us to make more interesting videos, then please share our videos and click the subscribe button to stay tuned. Also follow us on our Instagram page. Thanks for watching.